I'm talking about 80% of crisis when people come to a traditional healer. You will find that, one, they have no knowledge of who their father is. Two, they have no knowledge of their father's people or traditions or culture. I've come across a couple of healers. They will reveal that no, mina ngisebenzisa isibongo sikama, ngikhulisa ngesibongo sikamama. Ubaba ngimazi. Ayikho lento yokuthi hayi indaba idlozi lakho elinamandla. Ayikho indaba yedlozi elinamandla. There is no child that is raised by a single mother.
Welcome back on the channel. I'm your host Nati. If you are new in the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go.
I've been around the space of traditional healing for some time now. And I can tell you this. 80% of people that come to a traditional healer, the most common problem amongst them, besides witchcraft and this and that, those are minor things. Ukudlala kwabantu lokho man. Ukuthakathi is a game. Uma uthakathekile wena unenkinga kanti uthakathe uvumeleni wena ukuthi uthakatheke. Ukuthakatha ngikhuluma ngobuthakathi here. I'm talking about serious problems here. I'm talking about 80% of crisis when people come to a traditional healer. You will find that, one, they have no knowledge of who their father is. Two, they have no knowledge of their father's people or traditions or culture. Yay! Now, inkinga leyo. To the point yokuthi I've met, even in my experience, I've met a couple of healers, and this is not to talk negatively about anyone. I've come across a couple of healers who, when the conversation starts to get intimate, they will reveal that no, mina ngisebenzisa isibongo sikama, ngikhulisa ngesibongo sikamama. Ubaba ngimazi. Now you ask yourself, how then did you become a healer? Ungamazi ubaba wakho. Because ubunyanga is a balance between two forces, your father and your mother's genetics. Ayikho lento yokuthi hayi indaba idlozi lakho elinamandla. Ayikho indaba yedlozi elinamandla. Everybody has a balance, mother, father. These two work together. Now, angikhulumi ngobunyanga now. I'm talking about the human experience. Ukuthi people, and oh mama, please, I'm going to be very, very, very delicate and sensitive when I say this, because I don't want you to feel like I'm attacking the women. And I'm going to start it off like this. It is an unpopular opinion. There is no inzima lento. There is no child that is raised by a single mother. Many will say, yeah, but we were raised by single mothers. And many women will say, yeah, but I've raised many children. Let's look at the life experience of those children. Those children end up in trouble. I worked for spiritual care when I was doing my service to the government. And I used to visit prisons to do spiritual upliftment and spiritual care. 80% of prisoners, if not 98% of prisoners, are people who will tell you the same story. Ngikhule ngihlupheka no mama. Ubaba didn't do this, ubaba was not available, umama was abused, ubaba did this, ubaba did that. Now I ask myself a question. If this ubaba element, father figure element, was not a problem, would prisons be as full as they are today? And the reality is no. Many people have gone through life crisis and life problems, and once they were reintroduced to their families, bazu babuabo benzelwa usiko, their lives completely changed. Now, I'm not attacking single mothers here. I'm saying, mothers, please. Kune show la TV ni bathi utatako. I don't know. I think all of us know that show. That show exists because mothers do not want to tell children who their fathers are. And I understand. Ezinye izinto happened out of choice. I understand. Ezinye izinto happened unplanned. I understand. Ezinye izinto could cause a whole lot of chaos. But these issues need to be faced head on. We have problem with criminals, young criminals. Umntwana by 13 years old has committed murder. By 9 years old is doing house breakings and this and this and this. Mawuthi yabuza uphi ubaba lo mntwana asimazi. There is a podcast ga Israel Matseke Zulu uma Orange on YouTube. You can look it up, where he's speaking to Bati Unani Motsoso or some Mutsoso, something like that. But they're speaking about prison and their experiences in prison. Uma Orange, he himself was known as Umatseke all his life. Only later on did he become Uzulu, because now he was reintegrated to his father's family. And then you see his history. He basically grew up in prison. Now, it's easy for us to sit back and say, yeah, basejele ngoba they chose to be criminals. It's easy for us to sit and judge. Can we sit back and look at the source of the problem? And you will find that the source of this problem is this person or this boy, this child, lacked ubabwake. One, because umama didn't want to talk about ubabwake. Two, because umama wamtshontsha kibo wabaleka naye. Many women uthanda ngapha kanti umithele ngapha. Angamtsheli lo ukuthi umntwana wangapha. Umntwana khule ezazi wena wakwaNdlovu kanti umntwana wakwaKhuzwayo. Baxakeke ke manje umntwana makakhula uneyinkinga. In a Western society, this is not really a problem, because these are not taboos that they really observed. Ngokwesintu, these are serious problems. Umntwana kumele azazi ukuthi ukuphi, owakuphi, uyaphi. Because this is what you receive from your mother. You receive your life. You receive what you are, who you are from your mother. Lento yiyo, your being, your body, your life, your essence, you receive it from your mother. But the who you are, you only receive it from your father. And you cannot get it from your mother. Bomama ngiyanicela, hlalisana abantwana phansi, nibazise ukuthi obabwabo obani. But now don't sit back as a man and say, yeah, vele kudala sibatshela. You are also at fault. How many children do you have that you do not visit? How many children do you have that do not know of your existence as a man? We are causing the social ills that we go through in society. Both men and women, we are equally guilty of this. Oh Baba, ngiyanicela, let us be responsible for the seeds that we plant. Ungazalisi umuntu umntwana bese uyamyeka. Yes nihlukene, yes anisazwani. Umntwana wakho. The child is yours, my brother. Be responsible for that child. And ukuthumela imali every month is not raising a child. Umntwana akakhuliswa imali. Umntwana udinga ubaba wakhe ahlale naye ambone ukuthi ubaba makadla udla kanje. Ubaba makalala ulala kanje. Ubaba makavuka uvuka kanje. That creates character in the child. Ngiyanicela bazali. The biggest problem in South Africa that we are facing, there are many problems, but ngiyanicela lena, if we can look at it as a people, we can try and curb it. There is this jolling culture. bathini dating culture, what? Siyajola. The ills in our society are caused by ukujola. And I will tell you how. Ngifuna ukushada intombi mina namhlanje. Ujole noSibusiso, noThabo, noJabulani, noIsaac. And all of these men had her in a certain way or made her go through a certain experience. Now mina, Ayalew, have to answer for what she experienced ngalabafowethu. Yebo babhedile abafowethu, but I'm not guilty of that. Why should I have to answer for it? Nathi madoda sinjalo ngijole noNthabiseng noLerato noKidiboni noMaliswane. Manje ke sengihleli ke manje nalo nomvula ngifuna ukushada, but every time unomvula ebheka left ngikhumbula unomathamsanqa, every time unomvula esukuma ngikhumbula uLerato, every time unomvula enza mistake ngifanisa yena nalama mistake kamatlakala engaxabana naye. Let us take each other as we are and see each other as we are. Siqale ke manje sikhulise abantwana ngendlela right. Angithi ke manje maninomntwana senibophelelekile together, no. Please, can the child know their father at least? Agahamba yolala kibo, agahambe ayodlala nabafowabo, ngoba lapho kini intombi akanasihlobo, akana relative. Umntwana bomama, umama ngihlala ngimtshela every day mina ngithi mama angihlobani nawe mina, ene la kusekhaya wena unelikini. I always tell that to my mother, and sikhuluma sihleka nomama lento, but it's a truth. Umama wakho unekhaya kibo, wena unekhaya lakho. Awuhlobani nabantu bakubomama wakho, uhlobana nabantu bakini. Mama hambisa umntwana kibo, baba yenza imfanelo zomntwana makafikile kini. This is a responsibility issue. Pen, the ability to respond to a situation that we created ourselves. Angithi saqomana, yithi sazala umntwana. Let us be responsible for that reality.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.